Okay, this one's going to be a really quick one just on scatter plots. They measure scatter plots from a +1 to a -1, meaning +1. If there was a number line, this would be 1 and this would be -1. This is the strongest, this is the weakest, but there are stuff in between. So you're going to see scatter plots that look like these up here, and these are going to be your main ones. So this is a +1. This means if it goes up this way, the line or the dots of information, it means it is positive. If that looks like it goes down, it is negative. The other odd thing to notice is that the straighter the line is, just like this, it's going to be closer to a full number. So it just goes, remember, from +1 to -1. So if it is, you can draw a line and it looks pretty easy to draw that line. It's going to be a +1. When it spreads out a little bit, it goes a little bit lower. When it spreads out a lot, it gets even lower. And the same thing on the negative scale. If you can draw a line, it's a full negative number 1. If it spreads out a little bit more, it goes to a -8 and then to a -3, and there's different numbers in between there. So the thinner the line, the closer to a whole number 1 or -1. Just remember that positive goes up, negative goes down. They might ask you, for instance, on a line, let's do big dots. Get rid of this one. And then they would ask you, let's see, I think the one on the example, so buses per hour, oh, way too big, so buses per hour, and I spelled that wrong. And then number of buses per hour, and this is number of complaints. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1 bus, 2 buses, 3 buses, 4 buses. So they'll ask you, okay, if there's 2 buses running, what do you think the average number of complaints? And you'll go, oh, it's probably going to be somewhere around a 4. We'll say, okay, well, what if there were 4 buses running? Would it get, would there be less complaints or more? So we go up to 4 and we go, oh, wow, yeah, there would be just about 2. And we don't know the direct number. It's not about the number. It's, do we know that it'll be less complaints? Because the scatter plot is going down. It's a negative, declining scatter plot. The scatter plot would be at like a 0.3 or a 0.5. All right, so those are the kind of questions they're going to ask. But basically, you will have an example of what these look like: positive, negative, going up, going down. How hard is it to draw the line? Where would you draw the line? This one would be down, and this one would be all over the place. And that's why it gets broader, and that's why the numbers change. All right, there you go. And that's kind of our lesson on scatter plots.